Hey gang, Joyce Welsh, Skipping Calves Farms here. It's in the evening and I wanted to just kind of do a bit of an update. As you can tell, I'm right here by the grape arbor, and the early blackberries are getting a little bit thinner, but that's okay. Mid blackberries and the late blackberries are getting green and red, so that's a good thing. And I have not had a chance to weed this portion of the grape arbor. I need to find out what kind of plant that is. So if any of y'all know what that plant is, right here, it grows on a vine, and I think it's the plant here that I brought the mowing crew in to trample that has that yellow kind of seed on it. It just came in to cover blank bare spots, and it really is only found in this one area that's this thick, and I was trying to figure out why, and I think I got the answer, because this one area behind the grape arbor is the one part of this part of the pasture that the chicken tractor over the last couple years hasn't gotten into. So I put that grape arbor up a couple years ago, and because it's hard to kind of turn and maneuver that chicken tractor, this area where I'm standing and right to my right behind the grape arbor doesn't get grazed by the chickens. This area does, but back behind here between those apple trees doesn't get as much chicken, and this area does get chicken, and this area between those apple trees gets chicken. You can really see how it's dark, and there's usually at least one day a week where I'll leave the chicken tractor in the same spot for 2 days. I try not to do it longer than that. But you can see a couple of dark spots here and there. And that's one reason why when I opened up this space right here this afternoon, the mowing crew went in and went after it. And you can see there's a difference between what's right in front of us here and that same grass over there on the other side of that. So that's exactly what they're supposed to be doing, gang, and that's kind of the things that we need to be thinking about. One of the things I wasn't sure about when I moved them up here, and I mentioned it in a different video, and that was when I first moved them into the fold, put the fold up here, and they were grazing this area, and they were trampling all this yellow stuff. They went after the dark green grass and some of the other forbs, but they didn't go after that weed. It's real woody and thin. And I said, I'm not going to put any protection around my apple tree, because this is a Red Delicious. That lower branch there is only, I guess, about 24 to 30 inches off the ground. And as you can see, they got everything to about 30 inches off the ground, but they didn't touch anything else. If that had been goats, they would have pulled those branches down and stripped them all the way. So that was a successful experiment in that they did what I expected them to do. So I can probably do that again next time. And then tomorrow, what I'm planning to do is open up the pasture down there past that straw bale. Let me try and zoom in a little bit. And then just in front of that chestnut tree, I'll bring it back over to the perimeter fence, and that'll be the additional paddock for tomorrow. So they've been munching out. The one thing I was a little surprised, because this is the second day they've been in this area, and they really haven't, let me go around and get a little closer. They really have not gone after that sweet gum tree. I thought they might go after it a little bit because of the amount of, they call it a sweet gum because there's quite a bit of sugar in the sap. Now you can see that that right there is goldenrod, and they've not been touching the goldenrod. Even the small young sprouts down here in front, they really haven't been touching. I expected them to go after the privet a little bit more and the sweet gum a little bit more. And this is the second day they've been in this area. But they had a lot of the good dark green grass that they really like. And they had a lot of these sprouts that they really like. So if I were to push them a little bit more, they might go back in and do it. I'll just kind of keep my eye on it going forward. We have gotten a lot of rain in the last few days, so things are gonna start growing pretty good. So I'm gonna want to move them a little bit faster. And in the next 2 weeks, it's not gonna be real wet, but the forecast does call for a little bit of rain, but that can dry up pretty quickly between now and then. So I'm not gonna bank on it. But while it's growing, I'm going to be moving. The faster the grass grows, the faster you need to move your animals. So with that, gang, I will wish you blessings for the day. And whatever you do, just keep chasing your dream. You also have my permission to like and subscribe if you want. Till then, have a blessed day.